One team will have that dream to earn a trophy come alive in just a couple of hours. They will be named champions of the XFL Conference of the United Football League as the San Antonio Brahmas visit the St. Louis Battlehawks in front of a raucous, loud crowd here in the Dome. Two tight ends in the game. Jacob Sailors carries it, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense in the league.
McCarron's first pass, Sailors out of the backfield, drops it. We'll bring up third down. Jacob Pearson going in motion on third down. McCarron throwing down the sideline and right through the hands of his best receiver.
You know, Brock, at some point, you think that the catch is almost too easy. McCarron does a good job getting back to his left, and Brock, that one was right in the hands of Butler.
And that's a drill they were working on in pregame.
The starting lineup today, and hands off to John Lovett, and he's caught in the backfield right away.
Backs how he's able to do that.
To the air for the first time. And that's completed out to Justin Smith. Short gain on the play. Stepping up, throwing, and it's caught by Kirkland on the sideline right near that first down marker. And a handoff. John Lovett cuts it back through the middle, lowers his shoulder and takes it into St. Louis territory. Battlehawks. Play fake. Garbers wide open is Kirkland. And Javontre Kirkland slips, tackles down to the 21. Another big gain, this time 23 yards. Garbers, little pitch. Stevenson trying to get it outside, can't do it, forced out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
That's when you empty out all the tricks.
They hand it off. Lovett following blockers. Inside the 10-yard line, it'll be first and goal, San Antonio. They hand it off. Lovett. They fake the reverse, but ball comes out as he is hit. St. Louis not fooled at all on that one. Garbers, time. Javontre Kirkland dancing down to the 5-yard line. On third, towards the end zone. And it is, well, they call it an interception or not. It is called a pick. Cameron Kelly gets the pick, and St. Louis's defense stands up.
On top of the helmet of your wide receiver, you cannot frame him up and throw this ball low. This ball has got to go up high, and when it's low, it gets picked off. There's tips, there's overthrows down there, and you could see that even the tight end, Alize Mack, as he went down to the ground.
Season. And so St. Louis takes it over at the 25. Jacob Sailors, short pickup. Draw play, handed off. Sailors, running room. Out across the 40 and a first down, St. Louis. The pitch, Sailors end around, and they try to do a flea flicker, but McCarron can't recover it. Looks like San Antonio may have gotten it. Tease Tabor, number 22, right there on top of the ball, and this San Antonio defense gets it back. Big mistake made by St. Louis.
And did you see the speed, Brock, up the field by that defense? There was so much going on in the backfield. They just ran up the field and blew the play up.
You know, Joel, I was chatting with Skip Holtz before the game, and I said, how do you attack a defense like San Antonio? You know, he said, well, it's hard to be aggressive because, to your point, they're so fast, right? You can't play conservative. St. Louis played conservative a week ago. They didn't do any of this a week ago. They didn't make many mistakes. That's a critical mistake.
At the 20, Lovett. Travis Feeney, good job of wrapping him up right in the line of scrimmage. Garbers over the middle of the field. Marquez Stevenson with the catch. And you mentioned this last week. It gets loud on third down. Garbers, end zone, touchdown, wide open. Marquez Stevenson, and San Antonio's on the board first.
There's the motion, and then he's going to send that motion player right up the middle of the field, and look, he throws it high. Learning from your mistakes, Brock, I love that. Listen, he puts away his interception.
They hand it off. Ellison, diving, got it. The extra point is good, and San Antonio takes a 7-0 lead. Jacob Sailors again. Fighting. Good effort by Sailors right out to midfield. Give him 8 yards on the play. McCarron. Busted play. Feels like a big third down early. McCarron brought down. As they take it over, John Lovett falls forward, short 2-yard pickup. McFarland goes out. Garbers flushed out. And just forced to run out of bounds there. St. Louis jumped early, and they're going to stop this play unabated to the quarterback, looks like.
Yeah, just a matter of it was St. Louis in the neutral zone before San Antonio moved?
Number 98.
That's the question.
You guys are not in the neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 98. Calls the offensive play to move, 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Now going out wide. Garbers goes the other way. Justin Smith gets the first. And they pick up 7. Number 7, John Lovett, spinning away and fighting his way out for another gain as we get down towards the end of the first quarter. He's looking right through a hole. Justin Smith wide open. It doesn't get much easier than that. Touchdown, San Antonio, 63 yards.
And then they got one-on-one. Look at that route on the outside. Beautiful route. And when you take a chance in one-on-one coverage like that, Chris Payton-Jones, number 9, goes for the ball. He lunges, and it leaves Smith uncovered. Safety misses the tackle, and then it's a touchdown for the Brahmas. I'll tell you what, you cannot whiff when you're out there alone.
Ellison again. This time they prevent him from getting into the end zone, but the touchdown is good. San Antonio extends the lead to 13-0. Fused all day. And there's his first completion. Steven Wilson breaks a tackle and takes it to the 45-yard line.
Down here offensively.
They pick up 21 on the pass to Mitchell. Movement. And the flag comes out.
Neutral zone infraction, 45, defense. Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 45. Calls the offensive play to move, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's on Delonte Scott.
To execute.
They hand it off to Wayne Gallman. That will help. Gallman fighting all the way down to the 29-yard line. Pressure coming. Gallman caught in the backfield. Good job on the blitz there by Jordan Williams. Darius Phillips, the defender in front of him. They hand it off to Gallman instead, and that didn't work out the way they planned. McCarron has time, going for Butler, hand fighting, and he brought it in. What a catch by Hakeem Butler, touchdown.
We'll have to take another look at this because Butler goes up and over Phillips. I mean, that's like Randy Moss right there. There's a lot of feet down. It's just a matter of when he controlled the ball. This will be a better look from the ref cam. He's got to establish control first. Doesn't have it, doesn't have it, doesn't have it. Now he has it, and now the foot is on the sideline. I actually think, guys, as crazy as this is, I think that's a good call.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Incomplete pass. Fourth down.
Schmidt has made the most field goals of any kicker all season long, and he adds to it.
This 2 minutes, they have a real chance to create some separation in this game.
Anthony McFarland tried to get him started. Play clock at 0. They allow the snap, no flags on the play. They get it off. Garbers caught by Stevenson, and he breaks the tackle.
Right there for the first.
Garbers looking, going deep. Stevenson, and he overthrows him, but he's just thrown right to the perfect spot. And this is Kirkland. Remember, he was a quarterback in high school and college, and he's keeping it. Forced out of bounds, Travis Feeney. Garbers pressured, going deep down the left sideline, and he overthrows KD Cannon. McCarron gets it out, and it's caught. Sailors gets out of bounds. Play clock, or game clock, pardon me, reaches 0, and McCarron is hurt. Remember, nursing that bad ankle. Yep. The left ankle was the one he hurt. Missed 2 games. Came back. Started last week. But admitted it was still sore.
And this is why you take a knee. The chances of getting points there were so low, and you just expose a quarterback that's already banged up. Should have just taken a knee. I thought for sure his night was over.
Absolutely. Here's John Lovett into the secondary, and Lovett
35, but Garbers has been terrific as well.
So is McFarland, although he's hit after a 1-yard pickup big time by Quinterio Cole.
And tough it out when the Battlehawks get the ball.
Anthony McFarland falls forward. Crowd tries to help out. Garbers caught, but going to be stopped by Peyton Jones making the tackle. Sailors hitting the backfield. Wyatt Ray. Sailors wrapped up. Kept fighting, but once again, Prince Emili and company catches him early, and there's a late flag that came out after the play was over.
That's going to be on St. Louis.
Yeah, it really is. At the end there, I believe that was 75, Jared Jones-Smith, all UFL offensive linemen, and the mistakes continue to compound. St. Louis team has avoided this all year long. They were one of the more mistake-free teams in the UFL. Only 11 turnovers, fewest penalties in the league, and here's the call right there. Just a shot in the back. You don't need that at all.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 75. The penalty enforced to the 2-yard line. The down counts.
Hit the ball about the plus 40.
Yeah, they just handed off to Sailors trying to get some yardage on 3rd and 24. McFarland, wide open field, speed, gone. Touchdown, just like that. "69 yards on the run, and the lead grows."
They wanted to get McFarland in particular when you see 2 safeties back in the middle of the field. When you see 2 safeties, you can block everybody. You've got the run numbers, and they get everyone blocked up front, and then you see the speed from McFarland. Beautiful job by the offensive line. Again, they were great in the first half. Right there, huge hole for McFarland, and he was gone. And Brock, you talked about how he was just an emotional player in the first half, and that emotion paid off right there with the speed to the end zone.
Going for 2. Garbers, Kirkland, and he's going to be stopped before getting the conversion.
Take it as a badge of honor to make sure that our quarterback can throw the ball and add the fewest sacks in the league. So that's an accomplishment. That's great.
I appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Sailors again. Slips a tackle. And Sailors picks up 9 yards. They fake the handoff. McCarron can't connect. No flags in the secondary as Hakeem Butler went down. Here comes San Antonio, and they catch Goldman in the backfield. They need the 26. Here comes the pressure. McCarron going for that end. More. Butler goes up and gets it with one hand.
Well, when you get one-on-one with this guy, you got to give him a chance. They went to him one time in the first half. Foot just was out of bounds. It was a similar style of play where he's basically just up there trying to imitate Randy Moss. And how about that? Does a good job there. The McCarron booth loving it.
They fake the handoff. The tight end, Sutherland. Did he get across the goal line? No. What a defensive play by Tease Tabor of knocking that ball out of Sutherland's hand.
If he's ruling that the possession was established, then the play should be over as soon as they break the goal line right there. This cannot be a fumble at this point. It can only be either an incompletion or a touchdown. Cannot be a fumble.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown.
And so Dean Blandino looked at that at the command center, and they overruled the official on the sideline. No fumble, yes, touchdown. Shakur Pearson throwing it. Did Bummer get his feet down? Yes. 2-point conversion, and St. Louis makes it an 8-point game. All right, during the timeout, Dean Blandino had a chance to look at this at the U.S. Army Command Center and says, Joel, you're right. He did not get both feet down. Therefore, the 2-point conversion fails.
Make things happen. Like, just had too many mental mistakes.
I appreciate it, AJ.
Something may be happening for their defense. It is scooped up, and Dalmeapeno scores.
Your responsibility for the ball. See, his eyes are on the defensive end, and he tries to pull that ball out, and it just hits the turf. The quarterback is always responsible for the mesh, even when they're reading that defensive end. McFarland tried to jump on it, but Dalmeapeno, he is there for the scoop and score. What a turn of events here. I mean, this has been a domination by San Antonio until about the last 5 minutes of game time. Best offensive series, including a 4th down conversion to Hakeem Butler, the Offensive Player of the Year in the UFL, and then the defense comes up with a massive touchdown on their side.
They're looking to throw to McCarron. Bad ankle. He couldn't do anything after catching the ball. Tease Tabor wraps him up. John Lovett. Good second and third effort for Lovett.
After this play fake.
There's the play fake. Garbers along the sideline. Stevenson makes the catch.
Here they go, and the snap is on.
They got it off. So the 12-yard gain stands, and McFarland picks up a little bit more, taking it into St. Louis territory. Lovett. First down, San Antonio, and more. Another big run by this Brahmas offense.
They've got no numbers inside, and so the run play is there. This offensive line is handling the run defense up front, the front 7. They've got hats for hats, and then Lovett is immediately on the second level and then making people miss.
Line that we talked to and Coach Garage to respond.
21 yards on the run. They hand it off to McFarland. He only picks up a couple. Garber's running. And falls forward across the 15-yard line. Here's 3rd down. They get it off. Handoff taken by Lovett, but he won't get close to that first down. And he gets it through. He's tie it and stay alive here in this conference championship game. And he's got time. Finds an open receiver, Shepard. He's got running room. Across midfield, down to the 32 of San Antonio.
A lack of mobility from McCarron. Look at this. You can tell he's gingerly moving up in the pocket, and he buys enough time, and there he finally finds Darius Shepard over the middle of the field, who does the rest. I mean, that's a great run after the catch. And again, some momentum, a little kickstart for this offense. They got the defensive score. They got that one drive that they were able to stick in the end zone, but here you got something cooking.
Their longest play of the game. Here's Wayne Goldman. McCarron keeps it. Throws that one. It's caught by the tight end Sutherland, and Jake Sutherland.
Opportunity is a sack.
Here comes the pressure, and there is the sack. Right up the middle, Prince Emile.
Just America, Kurt Menifee said it. Oh no! Oh!
And he misses. All game long, San Antonio jumped out to a 13-point lead, and they have just run the ball down the throat. Quick pass, and it's caught by Kirkland. And Kirkland gets it into St. Louis territory to move the chains. McFarland. They're over 200 as he fights his way down to the 35-yard line. And that offensive line's also given up just one sack. And McFarland picks up another first down clock.
Garbers, you cannot take a sack.
Love it. Stop. Going to be dropped for a loss of a yard.
No.
They get it off. Garbers down the right sideline. Oh, incomplete. Justin Smith tried to grab it with one hand as it was thrown just a little bit too far.
Oh, man, he had him. I tell you, the coverage breaks down late. You see Chris Payton-Jones trying to recover, and they're just going up one-handed. Justin Smith just could not haul that one in. That's a couple of times we've seen a Brahma wide receiver behind the defense, and Garber's unable to connect.
They get it off. Ellison, nowhere to go. It's up, and it is through. McCarron, quick pass. Hakeem Butler. McCarron steps up, going deep. And it's almost intercepted.
Seconds where you're trying to get in field goal range, maybe take the score now.
They've got to convert a third down, which they haven't done all day. They do here. First one converted. Three-man rush. McCarron to Butler, and he can't hold on. McCarron, quick pass. Pearson fighting for yardage. Down to the 36. McCarron, quick pass. Mitchell.
On the game clock, you'd think about kicking the field goal.
Over the middle of the field, Wayne Gallman, and he's tackled. McCarron looking towards the end zone, overthrows Mitchell too high. Here comes the pressure. It's picked up. Gallman out of the backfield, trying to get out of bounds, and he does. McCarron. Shepard.
In the field goal now.
McCarron directing traffic, and he throws it incomplete. Darius Shepard, the intended receiver. Field goal to a team that averaged 26 points a game all season long. And that's bobbled by Mitchell, and that will get us down to 5 seconds. And a 10-point lead. Wade Phillips ready to start celebrating.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, not one of those passes into the end zone. You know, so a mismanagement there from St. Louis, but there's not much you could do against that defense. Boy, give San Antonio a ton of credit. You know, coming to this building 2 weeks in a row, and they just thoroughly dominated the game. Kurt, they had 410 yards of total offense to St. Louis's 239.
They dominated from start to finish. That opening drive ended in an interception, and after that, back-to-back touchdowns, and separated themselves from that point on.
Yeah. Brock, they played about as good of a game as they've played all year.
Well, we have said this about the two-time defending champions that San Antonio will see in this building next week. Complementary football. Complementary football wins championships, and this was a complementary effort really in all three phases today for San Antonio.
McCarron, and that's how St. Louis's season will end. And San Antonio wins the XFL Conference Championship for Wade Phillips.
Awesome.
55 years as a coach, 37 in the NFL as a head coach or defensive coordinator. And now, as head coach of the San Antonio Brahmas, he will play next week for the UFL title.